shot in these streets.
And I'm just like you.
We getting locked by these caps.
And I'm just like you.
We fulfill the prophecies.
And I'm just like you.
You might be light, I might be dark.
But I'm just like you.
We kill each other over colors.
Damn, I'm just like you.
I'm in these ghettos, in these
And
slums.
I'm just like you.
They call you nigga, call me spit.
And I'm just like you.
You was 1619, I was 1492. We getting shot in these streets.
And I'm just like you.
We getting locked by these
And
caps.
I'm just like you.
Welcome to FCN Quick News of the Week. I'm your host, Officer Liam, and this week in the news, it's not just COVID that has Honduras starving. It's also U.S. policy. Yeah, Soldier, read that.
The spread of COVID-19 is terrifying in Honduras, where the healthcare system has been decimated by corruption and defunding. But when I talk to contacts in Honduras, the first concern on their mind was hunger. Honduran human rights lawyer Priscilla Alvarado Excedo tells me at this point, people in Honduras are suffering a famine. Alvarado says that during the 3 months that Honduras has restricted movement at gunpoint based on identity card number, including trips to grocery stores, pharmacies, and work, many people have not received any food from the state. Melissa Martinez is an organizer with the Black Fraternal Organization of Honduras. In another part of the country, Punta Gorda,
Right.
Rotanan, Melissa Martinez, she tells me the hunger, in my view, is fatal.
And fatal. So what was going on? There's a lot of stuff that the U.S. is trying to cover up. So Honduras people has not ate, and they out trying to go for work, but because of this fatal pandemic, they say, listen, you cannot step out. If you step out, first thing that is going to come to you is a gun at your face. It's a gun. They trying to go out to support their family, from the job to even the food, to even go to the store to purchase meal. And they say, if you step out, we're going to have a gun in your face. That's what's going on in Honduras today. Let's go to the next paragraph underneath. All right, read that.
Honduras has been under strict lockdown since March. This has meant almost total restriction of poor people's ability to go out and seek work.
For ability to go and seek work, because what? There's nothing there, and they're trying to go out to support their family. Yeah.
While the wealthy and people connected to the current governments seem able to flout their order and will, as in the United States, shelter-in-place orders have not been accompanied by robust social programs to ensure that people are able to eat and pay rent while staying at home.
So what's going on? U.S., which is on the upper side of the world, is telling the governor in Honduras, you can't feed them yet. I have the resources. So right now, I don't need these people to be eating. Right now, that is oppression for our own people. Because guess what? The people in Honduras, they are Israel. They are the Israelites according to the Bible. They are the so-called Hispanics. But their religion is what? Keeping God's law. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Concerning Honduras people, they have not eaten and they can't go to work. And that's all in the hands of the United States of America. Read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies.
The enemies is the United States of America. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
So anything that these people want, the Honduras, the Israelite, God said they have to go to their enemies. So right now they frustrated, they fighting. They said, listen, we need food. We trying to go to work to supply our family with food, shelter, everything that a person may need. And guess what? United States say no. Right now, I'm not giving you that supply. I'm not giving you the food, the clothing, the resource that you need to, as far as support your family. I'm not giving it to you. Read that again.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which God sent against us, because what? We broke God's laws. Read.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
And the want of all things. Because what? They talking about, I want to go to work. They said, the United States said, well, you can't work. Because if you step foot outside, I'm going to make sure the gun is pointed in your 2 eyes. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Until he had destroyed you. Because Honduras people to this day, they don't have yoke of iron no more. But guess what? Now that it's off, the people over there is destroyed. They still looking to those same people that destroyed them for help. Still looking for it and say, listen, we need this, we need that. And the United States said, well, I'm not giving it to you. Anything that you want, I'll make sure you ain't going to have it. And let's go to Psalms 106 and 47. Because the Honduras people, the Israelites, are suffering. They are suffering, but guess what? They don't have the power to get what they need. Only the United States has it, and they don't want to give it to them. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 42. Their enemies also oppress them.
So the enemies, United States, and believe it or not, the government that is over Honduras as well, they part of that too. Read that again.
Their enemies also oppress them.
Are oppressing them right now. How? By not giving them the materials that they need. Food, shelter, even jobs to go work. Read.
And they were brought into subjection under their hand.
Brought into subjection under their hand. The enemy's hand. Anything that they want is in their hands. They have the power to take away everything that they need. The food, the resources, their homes. They could evict them easily. Read that again.
Verse 42. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand.
Under their hand. Now let's go back to the article. Let's go back to the article real quick. Go to the other article. Go down. Right. Read from there. Yet hunger.
Yet hunger is no more a product of natural forces than the palm plantations that have replaced the bananas along the northern coast from early 20th century military interventions on behalf of banana companies to recent support for a right-wing coup. The U.S. Neo-colonial relationship with Honduras has a direct hand into driving hunger and poverty.
Because what? In Honduras, they had their own resource. But guess they was growing banana. That was their main resource as far as for food and work. And United States now has that control. Read.
Despite the context of risk, organizers are stepping into fill the gaps, modeling powerful forms of food security and sovereignty in the midst of tremendous hardship. Lopez points to the fact that President Juan Orlando Hernandez had millions of Honduran lempiras allocated for aid to citizens during the lockdown at his disposal. Yet the people have received neither food nor medicine.
They haven't received anything. And look at the president. Haven't done jack. Now let's get that, because like I said before, United States put that president of Honduras in his place. Now let's get that in 1 Maccabees 8 and 13. Because United States has a power now. And it was given to them by the Most High. Because what? We broke God's laws. Read that.
1 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 13. Also that whom they would help to a kingdom.
Who they will help to a kingdom. Because guess what? United States is right now involved with Honduras. Helping them. Giving them anything that they want. Read.
Those reign.
Those reign what? The president. Because what? United States put the president, Pedro, in that position. Read.
And whom again they displace. Finally, that they were greatly exalted.
Because guess what? If Pedro did not obey what United States said, be like, listen, do not give them no food and do not let them out so they could go buy groceries or even receive medicine or even go to work. If you don't obey what I just said, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to make sure that you are not in place anymore, and I'm going to put someone else. All right, now let's go back to the article. Let's finish that off.
The people have received nothing, and when they go out to protest for food, what they receive is repression.
Is what?
Is repression.
It's repression. They not receiving anything good for them. It's only repression. Read.
In a separate interview, Alvarado, a lawyer and member of a group, Women Defenders of Environmental and Human Rights in El Progreso,
Mm-hmm.
Euro highlighted that the United States have consistently been implicated in bankrolling and manufacturing the weapons used to repress Hondurans who take the streets demanding their rights, including in recent demonstrations for food.
For food, because United States is on that background, controlling everything, telling Honduras president what to do and how to do it. But guess what? Our people need to wake up and understand that if they go into this famine, this oppression, first of all, they got to follow what God says. They got to keep God's laws. Now let's get that. 2 Chronicles 20:9. Because believe it or not, all this that's going on is because we broke God's laws. Honduras people, you are the Israelites. Wake up. Read that. Second Colossians,
the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 20 and verse 9. If, when evil cometh upon us, as the sword, judgment, or pestilence, or famine, we stand before this house, and in thy presence, for thy name is in this house, and cry unto thee in our affliction, then thou wilt hear and help.
So the Most High said, in the famine that you're going through now, everything that's happened is because what? He wants you to cry unto him. He wants you to seek him for help. Not for the United States of America, not for the president of Honduras. Most High saying, when you go through all this, you should seek him first. And how do you seek him? Make sure you keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Then after that, pray unto him. Cry his name, and so he could come and help you. Now let's get Psalms 33 and 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 19. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee.
As we hope in you. So the people of Honduras, the Israelite, make sure you put your hope in the Lord. Read that again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 19. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine.
To deliver them from death. Because right now, a lot of people is dying over there from hunger. A lot, even including their medicine. They are dying. Read on.
Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee.
Indeed, because what? The Most High will be the first and foremost to help you if you keep his commandments. During this famine right now, the Most High will keep you in safety, as the Most High said. Most High said, I will make sure no harm will come to you. You'll be living through this famine.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.